Hey guys, Gavin here, and in front of me is one of our engineers. His name is Adrian. He works down in our Bay Area location, but today, which happens from time to time, he came up to our Roseville location, show us the progress that he's been making on our Geek Source music server, and he brought with him the prototype source right there. So, Adrian, why don't you kind of walk us through what you got here?
Yeah, so what we're doing at the moment is just bringing up some of the core systems of the Geek Source. Interestingly, the Geek Source and the Geek Wave are running on almost identical hardware. So the nice thing for me is that all the work that I'm doing now on the Geek Source is actually transferable directly to the Geek Wave. So that should certainly reduce our development time. At the moment, we're, again, just as I said, bringing up the core systems for the Geek Source.
So when you talk about the different Source and Wave being the same hardware, I'm guessing that the actual PCBs that we make with Source, because you've got a little more room, will be a little more sparsely populated and so forth. But
Absolutely.
But for the most part, it's the same hardware.
Yeah, it's it's the same CPU, and again some of the same internals.
Right.
At least from a software point of view, they're almost identical.
Cool.
Just nice.
All right, and then let's see what you've got. You've got the Source coming out to an old Geek Out.
Yep.
Handy dandy, tried and true. And then this guy just goes over to our very extremely nice high-end Logitech desktop speakers. And then what do you have here?
So here I've got just my browser open. So what we're doing at the moment is the user interface for the Geek Source is a browser. So it's running a web server there. It automatically scans the library, creates the pages, and then I can control the system through my browser. So if, for example, I click on this album here, now I've got the album list with the times of the different tracks. I can pick a track, and then it shows that, and if I hit start, it'll start playing.
Now, what do you think? I think what maybe our backers are going to ask is that the way that's going to look?
Oh, let me hasten to say, hell no. Let's turn that down. So yeah, no, this is what I would call programmer art. So this is just some HTML pages that I put together myself, and HTML is definitely not my forte. So we'll be having someone that knows what they're doing, putting together the user interface for that. But again, because it's running as a web server, we can just drop in nice pages, and it will serve them up automatically.
So it can be templatized, right?
Absolutely.
So how many templates are we talking about in the entire system?
It's probably going to be like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's all. So it'll be done very quickly.
So what's the advantage of doing something web-based rather than creating its own part of the OS, having its operating system user interface?
Well, it means we're not having to rebuild a bunch of that. Also means we don't have to provide a mechanical user interface. It also means you can use the user interface that you want, whether it's from a PC, whether it's from a tablet, whether it's from a smartphone, whatever it is that you want to connect to the Geek Source with to control it. That's what you can do.
Yeah, and I think from time to time we'll come out with different templates, or maybe even open it up a little bit so people can create their own templates and their own user experience. But all right, Adrian, thank you very much. We're glad this continues to move along. Obviously, in the final product, we'll have the screen and everything going on right here, whereas in the development environment, you're just connecting through your laptop. But that's it. All right, thanks, Adrian.
Thanks.